Yeah.
Hey, Jeff. Keep your eyes on him.
That your model right there?
Is our safety person. He works for. Just pass it around. Give me a drink. Wait, Clarence wants a drink. He might have some in there. Mine is plain. No, I just got it.
Sometimes it's
Okay, folks, it is 7 p.m. It's Tuesday, December the 9th, 2025. This is the regular meeting of the Meyersdale Borough Council. Merry Christmas to everyone. We will start with the flag ceremony, and Olivia will offer our invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Father, we thank you for all that you have done for us, each and every one of us here this evening. We ask that you continue to bless each one that is here this evening. With the holidays being so close, help us all to remember the true meaning of Christmas is you. Now help us to conduct the business of our town in a way that is pleasing to you and to everything according to your will and your purpose. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Olivia. Patty, the roll call, please.
Mr. Ackerman. Here. Mr. Baer.
Here.
Mr. Baker is absent. Mrs. Nagy. Here. Mr. Irwin.
Here.
Mrs. Canarium. Here. Mr. Smith.
Here.
Solicitor Valentine.
Here.
Mayor Smith is absent. Olivia Baker, Junior Council Member. Here. No police. Brian Riper.
Here.
Councilmember-elect Christner.
Here.
And Councilmember-elect Money.
Thank you, Patty. We have the minutes. There's two sets of minutes. Our regular meeting was November the 11th, and that was a more lengthy meeting. I read through them and could find no problems, errors, or corrections. And then we had a very short special meeting on November the 20th, where we approved changes in our occupation tax. And that was, like I say, only a 12-minute meeting, and Patty has the minutes recorded for those two. Discussion or motion to accept? Okay, and a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, Ron and Clarence, both minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Discussion. On page 2 from November 11th, the second sentence is incorrect.
Would you read it, please?
The school is willing to grant approval. So we had a couple of positive meetings out there. Mark has since communicated with them, as you have, Jeff, and so that's kind of tabled. But I don't think we ever said they were willing to grant approval. We had positive meetings. But they had not made a decision. They were going to make that December 3rd and were asked to table it.
And I'll explain that in my report.
Okay. Any other corrections? Okay, let's see. Ron made the motion. We'll amend the motion to include Karen's correction. Clarence will second it, right?
Yes.
Amending that. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Terry's not here to give the financial report. Patty, could you do it in his stead? I should have warned you.
Okay. The monthly bills, the general fund, $6,133.16. The garbage fund, $17,018.31. The balance in the general fund is $94,327.88. And the balance in the garbage fund is $34,608.42.
Okay. Let's do this first and then we'll right. Any questions about the finances? Okay, could we have a motion to approve the finances? Pay the bills also. Ron, Jenny, nods a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Okay, we'll take a break here. You want to get a picture, is that right, with someone from the Borough Council?
Yeah, whoever wants to be in the picture, we can do a group photo, however you guys want to do it.
Well, not everybody wants to get in the picture.
Yeah, whoever wants a picture.
The mayor's
All the
not here.
photogenic people should be there.
So the president will.
It is completely up to you guys, whatever you want to do.
To let you know.
And let's get Olivia too. She's our, is that okay?
That's fine with me.
Where do you want us to,
Do you have like something you want to stand in front of?
I guess just right here? Is this good background?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Should we take a picture so she's in it also?
It's up to you guys. Do you want me in the pictures?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever wants to take it. It's so warm in here. It's nice. It's freezing outside. Jeez. Yeah.
No, I wanted to crop, but she'll be able to do that.
I've been taking pictures for like 3 weeks now. All right, well, that's for you guys to keep.
Okay, thank you very much. And,
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you
Introduce
for-
yourself.
I'm Trooper Cross. Hi, everyone. I'm out of the Somerset Barracks. Cross. Yeah, super easy to remember. CROSS. I just transferred here in March from Chambersburg, so I was out there for a while. So I'm here. It's nice to meet everyone.
Do you have other stops tonight or is this it?
This is it for tonight. I'm actually going up and I am putting some company clothes on to go set up for the shop at the cop tomorrow. So
Well, thank you very
in
much.
Walmart doing that all night. So
We're happy to participate.
yeah, no, we
and,
appreciate it.
ask us next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Thank you.
Okay, we're finished with the finances. Some people had suggested that if we would incorporate as part of the finances, opening the bids. We have bids for the different properties which were advertised. So if there's no objection, let's just go ahead and get that out of the way right now. The first group of bids is for 326 Salisbury Street lot. And I might add, I'm giving these in the order that Patty received them, correct, Patty? This one had tape behind it. Okay, the name of the buyer is Patricia A. Kraus, and she is offering $4,000. My offer would be also contingent upon the seller delivering a title clean and marketable, free and clean of all liens and incumbents. And she also says, I would like to add, if it isn't already, I would like to have the sewer line capped for now. That's number one. Again, this is for the Salisbury Street property. Joseph Harvey, and his bid is $4,111. And nothing, Somerset Trust account, and proposed closing date ASAP. Our solicitor's reviewing these. This is from KJT Enterprises.
On that same property?
Yes, these are all on the same property. $12,950.
Who is that?
KJT Enterprises, Kenneth J. Thomas, 1785 Savage Road, Salisbury, PA, 15558. And the last sealed bid Chris Arnold, CA Rentals, and his bid is $2,805, free and clear. So I'll let you review those.
How much was that?
$2,805, 2805.
So before we go on, do you want to make a decision on this one? I mean,
At your recommendation.
by far the highest bid is by this KJT Enterprises LLC at the amount of $12,950. And he made no, I think it's Kenneth Thomas, made no other stipulations or requirements, but he is by far the highest bid.
Are you comfortable that would recommend we approve it?
Yeah, I see no issue with that. The reason for that is, and I'll mention it now, is Karen had mentioned the school had reached out to me and asked if they had the right to recover the taxes that are owed to them. And under the Blighted Property Act, they are a party who has a right to recover taxes that are owed. And that is why they decided to not pursue it until they see what is paid on this. So as a conservator of this property, we have a duty to try to pay as many of the parties that have a monetary investment in that. And I would recommend that we would take this $12,950.00 because at this time, it has the highest potential, to pay as many different parties that are involved. I'm not saying that they'll all be paid in full or what that percentage would be, but this bid is more than 3 times higher than the next highest bid.
And we do not have to repay the county for the demo.
Correct.
So that would be money that would go to us minus the taxes to. It was my understanding, though, that the county said when they, and I would want us to double check this, but my understanding is when the county decides a property is accepted into their blighted program to be torn down at the county expense, that the new commissioners have decided at that point, they go hand in hand. They're gonna forgive the taxes and tear it down, so everything's free and clear to the next party.
And that is my understanding also.
So I don't think we'll have to pay the county their
No,
taxes.
I don't think so
Or
either.
the demo.
So
So we would just have the school taxes.
correct.
So, the solicitor, are you making a motion, Clarence, that we go ahead and accept this bid? You nodded.
Definitely.
And a second, Ron seconds it. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Unanimous. Okay, property number 2 is 351 Myers Avenue, vacant lots, Part A and Part B. Again, opening them in the order Patty received them. And this is from Robert Gallagher, 343 Myers Avenue, $3,000. Bid offer cash. And the second, only 2 for this one. And this one is from Chris Arnold, again, CA Rentals, $1,015. So I would assume, Mr. Solicitor, we would want to award the bid to the higher bid.
Now, my understanding is, I don't know if I see it on here, but I believe Robert Gallagher is the one that contacted me that as part of their bid said that they did not want to pay for the surveying costs of the properties. That is, if the borough accepts that bid, I believe you're gonna have to at least take part or counteroffer in regards to the subdivision and surveying costs of that property. Because if you recall, that property is, I think, 1.5 lots. It is more than bisected because it's an L-shaped road with that property. So that is one thing to take into consideration.
So does the author offer say they're willing to do it?
Say this again.
So Chris has offered, does it
Let
say
me look.
anything about that?
Let me look.
Because the surveying could,
No,
if you
yeah,
have to get
it's
into a
huge.
subdivision plan, you're talking money.
His says free and clear. Make sure. But Arnold's bid does not mention surveying.
Well, how can you expect somebody to buy the property when they have no idea where the property line is? I think the borough needs to, it's their property, they need to do the survey.
Should we accept something, Mark? You want to table this
Well,
2 week for clarification and decide in January?
I mean, we could table the bids. If that is your desire, you'd have to have a motion and then, have it passed. But we could table the bids and I could reach out to both parties just to confirm what their position is on the survey. And then you can go from there. If that's your wishes.
Discussion before we ask for a
I don't know
motion.
what else to.
Clarence, you look like you want to say something.
Yes, since we tabled that, we can't take no other bids now, right? We can only-
No, the bidding is closed, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're published, but we have 2 more to open yet, but not different properties.
Yeah.
So could we have a motion then? We're going to table this, allow our solicitor to research this, and we will bring this up again either at the reorganizational meeting with the new council or at our first meeting in 2026. Could we have a motion? Jenny? Karen? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Trying to get through these as quickly as we can here. Okay, this is for 618 Grand Street, the vacant lot. And then there's another one for the Grand Street mailer property, what we refer to. Only one bid for this one, 618 Grand Street, the vacant lot. And this is, I have a feeling, this is for CA Rentals, Chris Arnold, $505, free and clear. So a motion to accept that?
Is that the only bid?
Right, Patty, that was the only bid?
That's the only one.
505.
$505, yeah, free and clear it says. I think this is what, the third time we've tried to sell this property?
Could we have a motion to accept that bid of $505? If Karen makes the motion, Ginny seconds it.
I will add that he did contact and he was given notice of the wall and understands the wall in this bid. So that's,
Thank you. You can make a notation of that. The solicitor made that remark, Patty, as part of the minutes. All those in favor of accepting Chris's bid, say aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. And the other property, what we refer to as the mailer property, again, I think it's Chris Arnold here. The only bid, $505, free and clear. Anything to add,
and
Mr.
and the
Solicitor?
same, he was given notice also of the wall.
Could we have a motion to accept that bid, please?
Make the motion.
Ron and Tom, first and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Okay. Anything else with the financial committee? Anybody else have anything to, before we move on? Okay, we have guests. We have 2 guests. Ed from PMCA. Mark may assist you. Ed, if you just come up to the podium here, please. This is primarily for the 221 Salisbury Street fire property. So take it away, Ed.
Okay, folks, I'll kind of give you an update of where we're at with this. First of all, I was notified in October of the structure fire and the damage to the property. At that point, once we got an official request for investigation, I performed that investigation and determined that the structure is truly unsafe. At that point, a notice of violation was sent. The problem is we're dealing with a realty company out of the state of New York. And after Mark did some investigation, we have multiple addresses on this individual. Also, this individual we've had past experience with. at the other Salisbury Street location that was demoed. In fact, he was the original owner, then handed it off to somebody else who bought it, and then we had to go down through a lengthy court process to acquire that property. That's kind of where we're at with this property. Currently, the notice of violation went out on October 6th. Notice of unsafe structure, order to vacate, order to show cause if he decided that he was going to repair the building. That went out certified and first-class mail to the Brooklyn, New York address. Never got a response. Sat on it for a while. Mark and I had some conversation in November, and at that point, Mark disclosed that he had multiple addresses on this individual. Another notice of continuing violation went out on the 24th, and this was for immediate action to secure the building and or demolish the building. We have two addresses in Brooklyn, New York, and one in West Nordatron, Pennsylvania. Again, no response from this company. We pretty much know who the principal is, and no response from that individual. So at this point, Mark is working on what he's going to do through the court system. I will assist, and at this point, I'll turn it over to Mark.
So I have communicated with the LLC and the only member of the LLC. It took a while to find all that out because it's not actually registered the way it's supposed to be in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. It also has a sister apparition, I'll call it, in the state of New York, which is not properly registered. This entity has been a part of several blighted property actions throughout our Commonwealth. They've not communicated back with me. I've sent them the same notices that you did. I have the letters. I brought the complaint and the injunction tonight for Jeff to sign. The borough is already authorized to take that action. I gave him until today, meaning the LLC, to take any action at all, communicate. They've not communicated with Ed and PMCA at all, nor my office. I also have tried to communicate with the attorney that did the closing. I've also communicated with the attorney that handles the LLC and the member of the LLC's legal matters, because I've dealt with them before too down east. And I've also tried to communicate with not only them by cell phone, but also through the email address that I have with no avail. So Jeff is going to sign the verifications tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to be filing the Court of Common Pleas under the Blighted Property Act and filing the injunction and filing to have that hearing sooner than later so that we can hopefully, I don't know how quickly they'll schedule it, but hopefully if not by the end of this year, early January, get before Judge Rollo and actually be able to move forward as conservator on this property. Because the pictures, if you saw the pictures that were attached, which Ed had taken and sent to me, it is in a very, very, very bad state, and I don't know how it can be secured. So.
I'm going to pass updated photographs and some originals around.
And the adjacent properties are quite close to that. I mean, it's.
And I was asked last month to get some pricing on the demo, since it will not fall under the county, at least at this point, because they are up to date on their property taxes through the county. And I reached out to Steve Spokart. He sent me a list of about 20 demo companies. I reached out to 3 of them and I met with them, and I do have a price. I don't want to say that publicly, but we do have a quote. So we can have an idea of what that's going to cost us.
I also added that I attempted to communicate with them about their fire insurance, because anybody that has that insurance, when we have these issues under our ordinance, they're supposed to be escrowed to our account. I've received no response on that. And there was another issue I tried to communicate with them on, and I can't think of it off the top of my head, but we've received no responses at all.
The only last item I'll note is that property was also posted with placards at all entrances during my first visit as an unsafe structure, and it was also posted by the fire marshal after his investigation. So I think we did our due diligence. Now we have to go through the court system to acquire the property and demo it.
And just so that everybody's aware, I haven't had confirmation that the investigation by the fire marshal is over, but we have filed, because I do believe that the active investigation at that property is over. I don't know that the overarching part is over, and I have to give notice to state police so that there's clarity with this action before we have it torn down.
So when you go to this, hopefully we get a hearing in early January for conservatorship. And how long after that, if it rules, if we get a positive ruling, could we get it torn down?
From the day that that actually gets awarded, the council can take action.
So 6 months, would that be a realistic figure?
Oh, I think we could probably get this one done sooner than that. The problem with the last 326 was when we started that action, when Ed started it and I started the action, we had the owner that owns this property now. That owner then did a midnight sale. And we had that owner included in the complaint with the new owner. And then we had to chase both of those owners down, which took a lot of time. And once we were able to locate both of them, which is why I knew how to locate this person now, it was a complete struggle. And if you remember, we tried to enter into a settlement agreement, and at the 11th hour, they backed out of it. That's why I suggested at the last meeting, we don't even try the settlement agreement at this point or anything else, because the structure needs torn down, and it's just going to be too elongated.
Okay.
The only, let me make one last comment.
Sure.
My office could issue citations to the owner. The only drawback of that is it will cost the borough money. And the last set of citations that we wrote against him for the other property is still out for warrant. So, you give me the direction you want. I can chase him if you want, but again, it's your money, and I don't think it's, my personal opinion, I don't think it's worth it at this point.
Okay, does anybody here want to issue citations? Are we going to agree with our recommendation from Ed from PMCA? Okay. Anything else? Are there any questions? We want to kind of move along here a little bit because we have another number of items. Does anybody have any questions for Ed or Mark on this property, 221 Salisbury Street? Ed, thank you.
Thank you.
Drive carefully and
Happy holidays.
same to you. Okay, next we have the guest, Jeff Hobbs. Could you come up here, Jeff, please, and discuss plans for the library?
Well, I can tell you, so far right now, we have Doug Bell working at probably, has he contacted you yet?
Not yet, no.
But he will be, I'm
I'm
sure.
sure he will, yeah.
And Cornerstone, once we purchase the property, if it's clear, because I don't know what code violations could have been on that. I know it's been brought to my attention, but of course, if we can get them worked out, there won't be a problem. And once the property is purchased, I already have somebody that's willing to tear the building down. I haven't gotten a price from them yet because we don't have ownership. So
Is this the old hospital?
the
you're
old
gonna buy?
hospital up there,
Okay.
Main Street 7.
And just so you know, the code violations will be resolved through demolition. So,
Yeah, and that's what Doug told me. But once again, maybe I should never step my mouth on that, but he's going to be contacting you, and I don't know if the church contacts you either. You did the deed for
not
that
yet,
property.
yeah, yep, correct.
So they may have you do that, I don't know. But as of right now, I don't know how much Terry could probably clue you in more on this stuff if you have questions for her. But, when New Republic had donated all the archives and everything they had, and that has taken up so much of our room. So we need more room. There are different avenues we're looking at, but this one came up. It's only been talked about. The next meeting, I'm sure we'll have some more answers. Maybe I can come back with what you might want to know, or I can just pass it through, but as of right now, that's what it is. And we're hoping it goes through here by the next meeting in January, that we can get that. Is there any questions that anybody has for me?
It's zone residential, so to tear it down, you won't have to jump through commercial hoops, which will help you.
Yeah.
From a cost standpoint.
That'd be great.
Any questions of Jeff?
I know that we're gonna need, once we do the demolition, we're gonna need approval probably to shut that street off for a little bit, and whatever that, if I need to come back here for that, or if I can just put it through, whatever. But,
I think Tom has a question for you.
Yeah, what's the plan? You're gonna tear it down and then?
well, as of right now, there's a couple things on the table that we discussed. One of them, it really sounds good, but once again, it's just being discussed, is building archives and a instruction room, meeting room type, where they can do programs, and the archives will be there.
You're not gonna put like a storage container there?
Oh, no, it'll be something nice. So when we do it, it'll be right.
The one thing I would suggest is when, if you move forward with that you go to the municipal authority meeting, because I do know that there's an issue with the water and sewer at that location, and the goal was when anybody would demolish that, to work together to try to get those resolved. So.
You mean the bills?
No,
Or
the,
just to get it fixed to the road?
behind that structure, so heading towards like Sooner.
Well, we'll have to do that anyway.
Yeah,
I
but,
mean, if we're gonna put a building here, we're gonna have to fix that. So that'll be.
well,
easy.
part of that you might not, but it needs done, so.
Yeah.
And the authority was gonna do it, so
Yeah,
that's when you give you notice.
Yeah, that'll be easy.
That's exciting.
Well, good luck,
It is,
Jeff.
it is exciting. It's just hope that we can keep everybody on board to think about it the right way, what makes sense, and it would be a major improvement, and we all know that. So,
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Thanks, Jeff. Okay, public comment. We'll open that now. That was the last of our guests. Anybody for public comment? Any?
Yeah, me. My name's Jeff Haynes. Oh, I'm
5
sorry.
minutes?
Oh, I want
Public-
to time.
Okay, go.
Some of you know me. I'm up here on Fridays. I deliver office supplies, office furniture to a lot of businesses up here. I'm also the representative of Zoom Energy with the electric. You wanted me to look into this a month ago, so I had Patty give me the information. We looked at it. I told Patty, I said, you guys already have an alternate supplier on here called NG Resources. I said, I probably can't help you. So Patty called. Your contract ended in 2021. You've been in a month-to-month variable rate ever since, which means your rates are going up. And you're also paying state sales tax on all your accounts. You shouldn't be. You're a government office. It's an easy fix. It won't stop until you guys stop it. When the account ended, you should have had the option to either renew or opt out. And when that doesn't happen, it goes to a month-to-month variable rate. And I know there's a lot of bad companies and it gets a bad rap. That's where you guys are at. Your rates are until you stop it. They won't call you anymore. They're just making money hand over foot. And that's what I do. And it's not, I've done a lot of people up here. We're not scammers. It's, I'm here. If somebody you need to talk to. I mean, I'm not out to, I don't want anybody mad at me. I have enough stress. But I mean, I've done a lot of businesses up here. I've done almost 800 in Maryland, Pennsylvania now. The last 10 years, I've never had anybody call and yell at me. This company's as good as gold. You get a fixed rate. That's what it is. Take care of the sales tax. You guys will save money for sure. But if you don't stop this, it's just going to continue. You'll be paying 30 or 40 cents a kilowatt hour before you know it. So you can ask Kevin Yoder over here. It happened to him until I fixed his. He was over 30 cents. Way high on his gas. He's been happy ever since. It's just, when you're in a fixed rate, you're in a fixed rate. It can't go up. So we offer a 6-month, 1 year, a 2-year. And right now with every new account, they're offering a $100 Visa rewards card you guys can do with whatever you want. But I can only do a maximum of 10. That's $1,000 of money they're going to give you guys. Use it for the park or Christmas decorations or Christmas party or whatever you want. And that's it. I just wanted to kind of straighten things out because I felt bad. I didn't want you guys thinking I was a scammer and coming up here and trying to put you into a, but that's where you guys are at right now. Your rate's going up. It ain't going to go down. And that's what I do. I've already got everything logged in. did this with Patty. And I checked off the government box. The chamber did this back in 2017, 2018. They came around and set up businesses with alternate suppliers, trying to help them out. But then they disbanded the program, I guess. If Patty would have got something, she would have known what it was. She didn't know she was even in. You guys even had an alternate supplier until I showed her. Trade on the master sheet, trade on the bills, NG Resources is your supplier. That's what it is. It's easy, takes 5 minutes to switch it over. You'll go back to a fixed rate, you'll get rid of the state sales tax. If you have any questions, like I said, I'm always around. So,
Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I wish somebody would ask me if there's ever a problem. That's why I called you a couple times. It's just driving me crazy. I'd like to talk to somebody here. Just set it straight. It's not all the companies are like that. There are some. And this company I'm sure is fine too, and it's probably a good deal when it was in a contract. But when it goes out, if you don't act, that's when the problems start. That's where you guys are right now. It's an easy fix. So if you decide to go with it, let me know.
Well, what I might suggest at this point is we are at the end of our road as far as this council goes. We're gonna, the new group is gonna be starting in January, and I doubt that we would want to enter into any agreement tonight or till the year ends. But whether, Patty, if we would want to put this on the agenda or somehow have Jeff maybe come up in January at a special committee meeting to discuss this. I mean, I don't really understand it myself. I don't know how many here actually do, but I would say tonight, and we appreciate you coming up. And maybe we could have our solicitor take a look at this also. But to make a decision tonight, you know, I think that we definitely want to punt this into January.
Okay. I'll see you in January anyway.
All right.
I had to cancel my December appointment because I had another surgery thing, so.
Okay, Jeff, you're welcome to stay. You don't have to.
No,
hang
I gotta
around.
get back. I got
I
stuff,
understand.
furniture quotes to do online at home and other stuff to do. So. But I'm around. If you guys ever need me for anything, just.
Yeah, I appreciate it,
Sure.
and we'll revisit this in the new council. We can see what anybody wants to do.
All right. I appreciate it. We'll see you later.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you for coming up.
Sure, anytime.
Public comment? 5 seconds. Okay, we'll close public comment. Thank you very much. President's report. I'd just like to announce this is the final meeting of this current council, regular meeting, unless there be some kind of an emergency. I'd like to thank Ginny Canarium and Terry Baker's not here for their service. This will be their last regular meeting. Of course, they're welcome to come Monday night to the reorganizational meeting for the first part of the meeting. And then after that, the new council will take over. And Terry, he had a water leak. There's a water leak. Maybe some of you received a one call or all call, I guess it is, between the hospital and the nursing home. So I think you might get a notice your water might be cloudy or low pressure. I think, according to my understanding, they just shut the line off for tonight because it doesn't affect anybody's water. And then they're going to revisit this in the morning. They have to do a one call for the utilities. So they're just going to wait till daylight and attack that. So Terry probably won't be here tonight.
He just texted me. They got another leak on Water Street.
Oh, boy.
So that's too.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So again, Ginny, thank you for your service, and we'll miss you. We appreciate your service for those years.
So can I interrupt you a minute?
Sure.
I just want to thank everybody here. It was quite the learning process. And as you go forward, we all have our different personalities and everything, and I hope we can work together and continue to do good stuff for the community. So.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you for that. Okay. Now, the reorganizational meeting in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the first Monday night in the even years. The election is in the odd year, the even years, all the boroughs and townships and cities get together to reorganize. So our meeting, Patty's advertised it, will be Monday night, January the 5th at 7 p.m. At that point, the old council will convene. I'll open the meeting as the outgoing president. And we'll finish the business, pay the bills, any last minute discussions which we have. At that point, we'll adjourn and the current two members are finished. Then our new members, Jeff Christner, there he is, and Bob Munyon will take over when I adjourn the meeting, at the reorganizational meeting. Then Mayor Shane, this is all mandated by the Commonwealth, will take over. And he will run the meeting and we will elect a new president. And then also the mayor will preside as we elect a new vice president. Once those two officers have been elected, the new president takes over and then we go through and set the meeting. And there's a number of different things we have to do. Patty has all that rubber stamp for us to do. So that's what's going to be happening on January the 5th. At 7 p.m. We're going to try to live stream that. So any questions on the reorganizational meeting? Okay, and I added one more item here on my president's report, and I'm going to ask council tonight if we could amend the agenda to discuss putting up the backboards for the gymnasium. This has been going on for quite some time now. So could we have a motion to amend the agenda to allow me to make a presentation about these backboards, and then we can make a decision after that, because this wasn't on the agenda. Could I ask for a motion, please? Ginny makes the motion and Clarence seconds it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. Now,
President, I also have something about the gym.
okay, so we're going to do two things here. Okay, these basketball hoops are very, very heavy. They weigh about 400 pounds. And the individuals who volunteered to do this project feel that this might be over their heads. I called Jason Clark from Dar Contracting, and he gave me a quote, the council a quote of $3,500 to put them up. Now, if you give me a minute here, I wanted to have this text ready. See, I want to read it to you. But basically, what it's going to require is the Dar Construction, they need to come over with their big lift to lift the little lift up into the building to get these things secured. They wouldn't start this until January. It would not be done this year. I always hate that when you're trying to find a text from someone. But that's what we're looking at. We would be, here it is. I'm going to read this real quick. Jason says, Jeff, it will be $3,500. That's with us, the borough, supplying all materials, which there shouldn't be that many materials. And the fact, and that doesn't include floor protection if needed. So we would have to decide how we want to protect the gym floor. That would be our responsibility. That's take down and put up our lift. We would need also to bring our big forklift, as I just told you, over to lift the scissors lift into the building. So it's $3,500 roughly is the estimate. I would urge discussion here, and then we're talking about blinds too. Ron's going to make that presentation, but let's do this first. I'd like to have some discussion on this first, and I certainly would urge council that tonight we go ahead and approve Dar Contracting to the first of the year to put these backboards up. So,
Couple questions.
questions. So this is open for
And
discussion.
statements. So-
How much does it weigh, that lift? Or do we have enough structural integrity?
Well, the small lift, I think, I mean, we're judging. Jason said he has a plan already in place, but then we didn't go through with this. So I'm sure Dar Construction isn't going to come in here and put a lift that's going to crash the floor down. I mean, if they do, that would be certain, any damages would be on them. I mean, we have to do something to get these backboards up. It's just simply too heavy for two people to do it with scaffolding. It's just not working. So, Jeffy,
They did have a lift in here at one time when you put the new lights in, for the Whitefoot team. That's back probably 2010.
Was it a scissor lift?
I don't know, I just know the lift, he bought it from the school.
Brian says yes. So that's, any more questions from Karen? Anybody else?
Would you put like Homosote down, you think, to protect the floor?
That would be up to us to decide. I have no clue how, that would be something that we would even ask Dar for advice on how we want to protect the floor, but we would have to do something. That would be on us.
Yeah, I would suggest that we step Jason and one of the guys come over and make sure that works and how to cover it properly so we protect it, and then we should be good. From a bidding standpoint, we won't have to bid it out if they're gonna do the work next year, because it'll be on the other side of the clock. They're the ones that bid the windows and did the window project. So they would be on the cumulative of that, they'd be way over what the bid amount would have to trigger, because the cumulative work adds up. So if you have somebody that does more than $22,000 worth of work in a year's time, they have to bid those projects. So it's not just one project at a time.
So we do have money left in the gym fund, so would that pay for it
We have
versus out the general fund?
8,500, did you say? And so that would be more than enough. And then Ron's going to make a presentation about blinds. He'll get to that. But right now, let's just talk about these backboards. I mean, we need to get them up. And the other thing is if Dar Construction, a reputable company does this, there's a warranty or there's liability insurance involved. And the way we're doing it now, I'm not sure that, we have that.
With the weight that's there, they're definitely properly anchored and secured.
And see, that's my concern. If we want to be sure that they're anchored. So, I mean, I don't want to rush this through. I'm thinking about it, and let's take our time and ask any more questions. And then if we're satisfied that this would in fact be the best route to go, then I'll ask for a motion that we go ahead and get this done in January. Questions?
Does he know that the other ones are already taken down and one partially up?
I didn't get in all that, Tom. I don't know. That's something I don't know.
I mean, that would lower the price, they're gonna have to do all that.
Yeah.
I suggest we have them come look at it first.
Well,
and give us a better price.
Tom, I disagree. We got to get this thing going. If we have them come look and tinker around, then we're into January. It's